Good morning, Bob. Good morning, Nancy. This is Peggy James of the Twin Selling Real Estate. Patty asked me to kind of show you what the market value is for your house over in Lake Ridge. I know the area well. I used to live on Ironheart for quite some time, and I know the model you have. I've taken the three models that are the closest, two like yours, and the other one is very similar to yours, except it was more of a contemporary inside. The values are hovering between 440,000 and 460,000. And I'd say that loosely because the one that was 440 had a $10,000 closing cost on it, because that was the one that was more contemporary at buy level. But let me show you what I'm talking about. So let's take a look at what today's buyer is looking for as far as the interiors of the house. Just like you're looking for a turnkey, ready to move in houses, the buyers in the $400,000 price range are even more so looking for that. And this is why these two houses sold so quickly. Um, This particular home, nice landscape on the front, just a blacktop driveway. You'll notice right off the bat how everything's cleared out. It's just beige, or this is like a light grayish color. Um, they have newer countertops, but they aren't that new because they have the wood beveled edge. They have newer appliances. Their floors are the old Bruce hardwood floors. But because it's edited down and there's very little in it and it has a fresh coat of paint and trim, and the floors look like they're refinished, it works. The rails were painted white instead of the black. Everything is all very soothing on the eye. You'll see how the draperies are gone. It's just ready for the next buyer to move in. And the buyer can see themselves moving into this house. The cabinets were replaced at some point. You'll notice that they even have the furniture pieces on the end. Um, and this is a very unusual countertop. Is still or either the Corian or the Formica, but a buyer bought it. Okay, and the reason the buyer bought it is because it's in such good condition. It looks tremendous. Carpet in the bedroom, updated bathrooms, closets are totally painted. Did you notice how the closets have organizers in them, and then the walls are a deeper color? Very key point here. All right. Um, Most of the vents have probably been replaced, all the vents and the carpets, to make everything look as new as possible. All right. And so these are the house vacant condition. That's the storage and utility room. The backyard was okay. It was wooded, and that's what sold that house. All right. So let me get you to the next house. All right. And this next house, I'm sure you know it. It's on Shagwood, right behind you there. This one here, it looks really good. They just had it. Nothing super fancy about this house. It's the original header, the built-in bookcases, the fireplace the same way. They have a mantle on it. All right. They haven't done anything outrageous. The house is set up more contemporary style. The buyers obviously loved it because it went under contract in 22 days. They chose to do the handrails, keep them wood, and just paint the spindles white. You'll notice their hardwood floors, though. Their wood floors have been replaced, and they're the wider plank floors. And they really staged their breezeway. This is a treatment that buyers really like. This dark. This is a greenish gray. Now, this one even had mixed match appliances and it still went under contract. And the reason it went under contract is because it was vacant and ready and somebody to move right into it. These are the pictures of the vacant house. And it's clean as a whistle, totally painted, ready for the new buyer. Closets are all painted. It even has that's very odd to see a very old smoke detector, but it did. All right. And then the bathrooms were updated. So if your bathrooms aren't updated, that's something we have to talk about. Um, and their backyard had a nice patio on the back, but nothing extraordinary. A deck, not a great lot, a good lot, but not a great lot. Then we have this contemporary. This one went for 440 with 10,000. Well, let me show you this one. If you didn't see it on a home, if you didn't see it on an open house, it's in the cul-de-sac. Very contemporary. They staged it to be a contemporary design, which was perfect on this house. Black railing. You'll notice they changed it out, painted it black. Light draperies on the walls. Are you noticing a theme here? Everything is all one color throughout the house. That's just what they do. It's what buyers want today. Neutral carpets, no colors at all. All right. I know that's going to look at that bathroom. The kitchen. The kitchen was redone at some point. It is a galley style. It was done very nicely, probably 8 to 10 years ago. Our style is changing a little bit, but this is still adequate in our area. Um, this one had a screened-in porch off the back. Notice the furniture is extremely contemporary, and there's a reason why. These people were obviously contemporaries at heart. Look what they did in the basement. This basement rocks. This basement, there's a TV right here. The wall is black. It's black there. So streamlined, so gorgeous. I'm sure the buyers walked down and said, "Oh my God, we need to have this house." And that's just in the cul-de-sac. The laundry room even had flooring on it, all painted white, so it doesn't have that smell or anything. Buyers can still see that there's the piping up here, so that they can see copper, so they like that. The backyard sloped off, nothing to write home about, but nice. Okay, nice enough to let the dog out. All right. And there's your screened-in porch. All right, so that house, that one went for 440 with $10,000. So we'll talk about it, but I think your price point. I know, Bob, you had originally said you wanted to do an as-is price point. But if you do an as-is situation, you may run into some challenges where the house would be maybe 380, 385, if that. Haven't seen your house. Maybe you should let me come see your house. If I see your house, I'll know better. But or we go ahead and put you in touch with Nick. Nick is our remodel for free guy, and Nick comes in, looks at everything and says, okay, I can whip all these bathrooms, floors, walls, everything, lighting into shape, and it won't cost you a dime, not one dime out of your pocket until you go to sell it. We put it on the market. I've got one going right now in Lake Ridge or off of Prince William Parkway and off of it's in Westwind Forest. If you want to see how the process works, I can take you through and show you how the process works. We've got one going with Nick right now. Anyways, that's my take. It's Peggy, 703-851-3085. You're looking at, if you fix it up and it's in turnkey, ready to move in, you're looking at about 440 to 450. If you don't, you're probably looking at around 380, 385, because the investors are going to have to, that's the only people that are going to buy it, is an investor. If it's, you know, if it's in really good condition, then we can meet in the middle somewhere. All right. Talk to you soon.